Good morning and welcome to the Mike Show for Thursday, August 16, 2026. 65 degrees at 6:41 a.m. and I am your host, Val Kamal, and I'm a sinner. And I'm powerless and my life is unmanageable. Humility and gratitude are the keys to life. It is always today, it is always now. My life is not my own. My will not be done. There's no reality but God, and the only thing we have to do is die. So how are we going to live today? And I hope and pray I can live from my heart, a life based on faith and not fear. Another smoky, hazy morning here in this bucolic Dorf I call home. Been up since about probably 4:30, 4:45. Got out of bed about an hour ago. Kind of had to go through my routine and regroup and get coffee going and get the collars on the girls and all that kind of fun stuff. Didn't empty noogie boxes yet, and I initially made an iced coffee to drink because that's been the routine the last few days. But it's kind of chilly out here, and I actually had to move the binky over out of the wind. Oh boy, the girls are doing a fairly good job of sticking around right now, but I shouldn't jinx myself because there goes Grace. Ruthie went that way somewhere. The princess is still inside. We slept on the floor on Audie's bed in the living room, which is kind of a contradiction in terms, but she's had two mattresses, and they're usually double stacked, but I pulled them so they're single stacked. And anyway, so that's what that was all about. I could have used another hour of sleep. I think we're going to put that on my tombstone. What little sleep I did get was fairly good though, and I did have one crazy dream. And I don't even remember a whole lot of it, but someone that we used to know and go hunting with and shooting with years ago, we were part of a team that was going to Japan to take care of some kind of issues they were having over there. I don't know. And there's my Mackie. He just threw up. I think he just had a hairball. I don't know for sure. Oh yeah, but I think maybe it's time to go looking for Ruthie. I know Gracie's probably over in Mrs. Smith's yard just hunting dragonflies. They've actually been out here probably for 20 minutes or so. They have, I haven't. I started drinking my iced coffee and then I just went in and made some hot coffee. It's brewing right there. Some Honduran. And it's just about ready to push that plunger down and have my first cup. Is that Ruthie there I can see? No, I'm seeing things. Anyhow, there's Coke. There's that Coke. You can see it's pretty breezy this morning. The air is supposed to clear up. Oh, there's the princess. The air is supposed to clear up at 12 p.m. But I don't know if the conjurers mean 12 p.m. is noon or 12 p.m. midnight. I don't know which is which, to be quite frank. Oh, there's all kinds of chickadees on the suet cake. Okay. Oh, yeah. What poor camera work. Thank you very little. There's Ruthie. Ruthie! Look at Coke. She's bound and determined to get herself a chickadee. Mackie's got a good purr going. Oh, Maxie. Oh, my Bubba. Oh, my Bubba. Yesterday's thumbnail was Max's brother Mikey sitting in the chair. It was in a bit better shape then, but that chair's a lot of cats used it, a lot of memories, a lot of years. I think we got it in 1998, so what does that make it, about 28 years old? We were working at our cousin's furniture store at the time, and it came in damaged, and I repaired it and bought it at a discount. Oh, there goes Coke. There goes Cokie. She's after that chickadee. Am I getting her in there? Probably not. Ruthie! Ruthie's taken off. Oh, I suppose it's time to go get them back over this way. And we'll take a little break. Welcome back. And I don't really mean that. And I didn't mean it when I said good morning either. Oh boy. There's that Gracie. What's she after? Coke's still over there. Ruthie just went under the spruce tree. I think Elsie's over that way somewhere in her jungle. Oh boy, we didn't do much yesterday. Did talk to Cousin Paul in the morning. Did get on the bike and head to the credit union to pick up some money orders, and then went to the post office and the power company to pay some bills. I know it's a losing battle, but I do what I can not to let these corporations and companies steal my information and tell me what I can and cannot do with my own money. And I had issues with the cable company not letting me go back to the way of entering my credit card info every time I paid the bill. So I said screw them, and I went back to paper bills, and I'm not going to give them a check, because then they're just going to automatically grab the money out of my account whether I want to or not. So I'm just going to send them money orders. Piss on them. I know I'm kind of obstinate about that, but this AI and all this shit that's going on, there's nothing but the devil's work as far as I'm concerned. It's just so wrong when you can't control who has access to your own money. And anyway, so that's the way I used to do things before I had a checking account. Right after I got sober, I would send money orders, and that's once I got my head out of my ass from that account, I started paying everything by check. But then it just got to be convenient to pay everything by credit card and just pay that off every month. So we did that for a long time, and it wasn't really a problem, but now it is. It really is. Even this phone, I don't use it for calling or texting or anything like that anymore, because it just won't hold a signal. There's issues with it, but I could tell it was starting to get slower. And a bunch of shit got put into it without my permission or knowledge. But how I can tell is the battery gets hot, and like say you're opening an app up or whatever to check a video on YouTube or whatever, it runs slow, and it just, I found some things and took care of them, and automatically it was just racing along and running fast and good again. But it'll slow down, because however they engineer these things, they just make it so they'll do an end run and find a new way to make them be able to gather whatever information they want from you. I suppose I could find some other way to record a video and upload it, which I may do, or maybe we'll just quit recording it altogether. I don't know. But again, we didn't do much yesterday because of it didn't really get too hot, but the air quality was terrible, and it's actually worse today. The air quality index here is 271. And yesterday it was 150 something, which was supposedly in the red zone. And this, I was stunned to see it was 271 today, as I actually thought it was getting better. But maybe I'm just getting used to breathing the wood smoke. Who knows? Look at that Gracie. What a beautiful girl. Pudge. My Pudge. I don't know where Ruthie went. And it's probably time to go round up Coke. What do you think, Max? Mecky? Oh boy, we're going to take another little break and have a cup of coffee. And we are back again, and there's that good Ruthie. Ruthie, you're being a good girl, baby girl. You're being a good girl. Yeah, you are. Yeah. You're being a good girl. We going to go in and get a treat pretty soon, Ruthie? You want to go get a treat? Oh boy, if they're going to stick around like they are, we might be sitting out here for a while. I spent a lot of time yesterday just hanging out at the sun porch, camp as I call it, and watching videos from a guy I've watched before. His name's Jimmy Calandra, and he was part of the Bath Avenue crew. Wise guys and mob associates back in the 80s and 90s, New York City. And he's got a channel, and why I mentioned him is, he's got bags under his eyes worse than I do, and he said he doesn't sleep and he's got depression. And now where was I going with that? PTSD he's got from the violence and the killing and the murders, and his best friend getting murdered, and him being part of a robbery where a woman was murdered, and going to prison and all that fun stuff. And he's renounced that life and does what he can to try to get people not to get into that, And it's glorified now and has been for a long time. But these people that commit these things and extort money from people and rob people and murder and kill and all that, they're scum of the earth, and yet they have such a big following. And I gotta admit, I somewhat was attracted to that stuff. But they're evil. They are not heroes. They are not good people. They're just parasites on the earth. And he's dealing with what he did. But he's been showing videos from a place in Pennsylvania where I don't know if he's living there now, and he's just so much happier. And anyway, I guess the point of that was I have trouble sleeping and have bags under my eyes, but they're nothing like what this guy's are. But bless them. So anyway, we're all back inside, and the girls and Max are having their morning breakfast treat. There's that Gracie. And, let's do this. In no particular order, the linden tree out there still has a little bit of scent to it. It's overpowered by the wood smoke in the air. PTSD. I sometimes think, and I probably do have that from all the losses of cats I've had, all my loves over the years, and going through a 10-year period of losing at least one of them a year, plus my father and my brother, and getting a little respite from it, and then losing 3 of them within a 2-year period of being in a constant state of grief. It's just part of my existence. Doing better about it, though. Trying to stay focused on the ones that are still here, and being grateful for the time I had with the ones that are gone. Bouncing back to the AI and all that crap, too. For years, I've been reading how it's evil and it's going to someday take over and man's not going to be able to control it. And I still just cannot fathom why. Why would people keep pursuing that technology if that's the case? We're creating our own destruction. not just with that. I mean, it's happening on a daily basis with the breakdown in society and, laws and common decency and all the things that go on. I don't know. Anyway, what are you doing, Gracie? So, there are probably a couple other things I wanted to throw in there too. But on tap for today, we're going to do a little bit of stretching, not too much. We're going to wait till the air hopefully clears up some. And on the other hand, if it doesn't kill you, it'll make you stronger. I mean, I smoked for years, so what's a little wood smoke in my lungs? But I'm definitely going shooting today. That's on the agenda. We're going to go pick up a few groceries, and we're out of gruel, almost out of cold, thin, watery gruel. I haven't had any of that for a few days. Look at that, Gracie. Gracie! And hanging out with our loves, and who knows what's going to happen. I know there were a couple things I need to pick up at the store, but we're just going to try to live this day to its fullest, the best we can. Work some, play some, think some, read some, and do a little nothing every day, hey. So, from the cold gray ashes and coals of my cold black heart, my broken, beaten, battered, bruised, bloody, burdened, empty, hollow, cracked, shattered, hopeless, forsaken, forlorn, bitter, angry, tired, resentful, twisted, convoluted, confused, grieving, happy, ungrateful soul, piss off. Happy No Complaint Thursday, and thanks for not tuning in.